Fresh juicy memes. Every day 7 PM British time. I just bet 5,000 silver on this joust. By the gods, I'm ruined. Hey, babe, what are your plans for Halloween? I dunno, have a few drinks, party a little. You mean drinking people's blood and then playing puppet with their lifeless bodies? Yeah, basically. Cool. My brother in Rune. Your girl is crazy. You're so cooked, man. A safe journey never makes a good adventurer. Happy birthday, Roy. As a gift, I've built for you a couch fort. Yo, awesome. It's filled with glow-in-the-dark dinosaur. There's more inside of the fort. Before time was invented. You're late. Prove it. Would you like a happy end? Yes please. Alright. And they lived happily ever after. Sniff. Helldivers 2 crashed my PC twice, and now the game is like this. Live footage from inside the Meridian Singularity. Marilyn Monroe visiting injured troops in Japan in 1954. This poor guy had a broken back and had to heal face down. It has been 7 years. The cemetery does not close the gates until he arrives every night. His name is Captain. He sleeps by his master's grave every night. Semper Fi. Washington, 1900. Where the frick is my vice president? Yeah, about that. Meanwhile, Colorado. By God, it's Roosevelt with a Bowie knife. Perish foul beast. The voice of Boo in Monsters Inc. was so young, she couldn't follow a script. The crew just followed her around with a mic and stitched together her lines from her playtime chatter. Pure magic turned into movie dialogue. A 10 millionth visitor to the Rijksmuseum of Netherlands was allowed to spend the night at Rembrandt's painting Night Watch with a bottle of wine and dinner. Me and my Animal Crossing house. After that, Fox has sold me another fake painting. There's something that doesn't make sense. Let's go and poke it with a stick. That's it. That's the premise of the entire universe. How the interviewer sits and listen to all your BS, knowing damn well they're just gonna hire their relative instead. Me rising out of my grave when a dude who attended my funeral says to my wife, "I'm here for you." Mario Kart World Review. 8. Great. 9. Amazing. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds fires on all. Sega. I did it. The internet. He did it. Nintendo. He did it. Me. Uses yeet in a sentence. 14. Mum. No one says yeet. Me. Yeet is cringe. 14. Mum. No one says cringe. Me. Cringe has been yeeted. The glare was epic. He changes the story every time you ask him. I defrauded a major corporation. I robbed the second largest bank in France using only a ballpoint pen. I created a hole in the ozone over Avignon. I killed a man with his thumb. How would you even defeat this? Uneven terrain. Uneven terrain. Which turns me into a frog. Now suffer. Me, chilling on a leaf. Which, wait. Me, experiencing happiness for the first time in my life. Which, wait, no. Manga industry translation in a nutshell. The manga creator. The Western Puritan translator. 10 years old me wondering why Nobita got 0 on his test when the paper was clearly full of. I'll open LinkedIn and find a job within a month. LinkedIn users who have been actively searching for at least a year. There has to be an easier way to shave your balls. My mental health walks make my mental health worse because I live in a hole. World if Jupiter is absent from our solar system. They dropped 3 iconic bangers and vanished like real legends. WTF kind of fortune is this? You will experience police brutality very soon. Uncomfortable conversations create healthy relationships. Bought my 4-year-old a DVD player because I refused to give her an iPad and access to the internet. I might just wait here for a little bit, let time pass. Lo-fi girl, if she fails a test after studying for 2,574 days straight. When you're trying to get off, but the acting in the pour is so you're no longer aroused. Tapping on the glass at the boy aquarium. When someone touches me and I wasn't prepared for physical contact. When you hit snooze 80 times and now you have 3 minutes to leave the house. They finally made books specifically for my sense of humor. That's fricked up, Dave. 100 bug doodles. How MFs with you're probably here because I offended you in their biofeel. This is evil. Why do so many villains drink milk? Violence milk. WTF did my friend just order? British people proudly call this nuts and bolts or some Poor Mary Jane. Simple Minecraft house. Simple Minecraft house blueprints. Asking my husband if he's mad at me while he's been trying to hang this TV for 45 minutes. People should be buried vertically. Hear me out. Think of all the space we would save. I'm talking about doubling, possibly tripling the amount of dead people room in cemeteries. If capitalism isn't what sells you, think of the environment. Edit. For Christians, when the rapture comes, you're already in missile silo mode to bust out of there. Dopamine. One more video, you'll be fine. Me, 6 hours later, questioning all of my life choices. Today's mission, transfer wealth from my boss to my landlord. Night cold is the best cold. My daughter asked why she can't just quit school, and I told her it's against the law and they'll put me in jail. And my sweet child looked me in the eye and said, I'll visit you. MFs when the Rolling Stones released Paint It Black in 1966. Just cracked 3 jokes and told 2 stories just to look down in silence at this orange button. Why I run? 1.9 million people. Why are you running? POV. You came home from a long day and you see this at the front door. What fandom is this from? BTW looks cool. Carpenter's Boy. The Bible. Keep thinking about this guy on the bus behind me yesterday with an infant who started crying and he just went, now isn't the time for that, and the baby immediately stopped. Now isn't the time for that. You're right, father, I will control myself. When you're freestyling on a dope beat and realize you need to rhyme the word trigger. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. You're hired. Hi Gavin. Please disregard our previous email above. We meant to send that to someone else. We really appreciate you taking the time to interview with us, and I am sorry for the mix-up. Have a great day. The last stroke makes you nah. This doesn't mean the first stroke was useless. Success is a result of continuous effort. This actually is my first rodeo. Me putting etc. after using up my 2 examples. Teacher did one of those word cloud things with a virtual response thing for the question, what makes rabbits so special? I submitted the word soft 600 times. Why are rabbits so special? Soft. A medieval peasant with supposedly 150 work days a year. Have a day off. Plow your feudal lord's fields. Maintain your own property. Work some more. This is what my husband and I purchased at the grocery store the other day. We don't have kids. We are adults. We pay bills and drink water from a well. Money well spent. If I was president, no apartment would cost more than $100. Pretty sure this would lead to some sort of economic crisis. My second order would be sending you to hell. Auto 1080p. Manually clicking on 1080p. Thank you for watching today's episode of Juicy Memes. Tune in tomorrow at 4 PM and 7 PM for your daily dose of memes. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also be sure to check out my Instagram page and Discord server. The links are in the description. Thank you for watching.